It's National Volunteer Week, so I'm delighted to be joined in studio by Frank Nelligan from Abbeyfeale United FC. Frank, thanks very much for coming into the studio.
Thanks for having me, Kieran.
How's everything in Abbeyfeale?
Oh, we're all good, yes. Looking forward to the forecast of good weather now over the coming days, so we'll hopefully enjoy that.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. We'll be going to, I played Jake Coffey's new song there around 11:15, and we'll be all going to Ballyhigh or Ballybunnon.
Yes.
Frank is smiling anyway. So, and they'll be all going on the Greenway as well, I suppose. Yes.
Which is actually, I walk there myself now, sometimes not as often as I should, to be honest, but
same as myself.
Great facility.
It is,
well done to all concerned down to the years, so we've got that great facility.
It is brilliant. It's safe, it's clean, it's tidy.
It is.
Brilliant for children as well. I've walked the one in Tralee. I haven't walked the one around Limerick. I must do it. But it's brilliant, and it's great boost for businesses as well and stuff like.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah,
so
brilliant,
It has really, look, we're all talking, I suppose this is volunteer week, but you have mental health week and all that sort of stuff, and you have physical health week. So that's for mental health and physical health.
Oh, definitely.
It's great.
Exercise is crucial. Like, and a dog as well. You know, a dog is great, enticed to get out walking as well. I have a small Jack Russell, and he's never tired, so I have to keep walking him. Yeah, which is great. For the mental health, it's brilliant. Yeah, and
if you get a bit lazy about going out to Jack Russell,
he won't be long telling me. Yeah, the minute he sees me getting my jacket, he's rearing for road.
Yeah.
We didn't come in to talk about the Greenway anyway, Frank. You came in to talk about Abbeyfeale United FC, and thanks for coming in. We'll get to the movie awards night. He's after dropping another bombshell there before we went on air. I thought it was 71,000 there is, but it's more than that. We'll go into that down the road. But 71,185 euros, am I right?
Yes, that would be it. That would be the profit, yeah.
Yeah, and the 18th of April, I couldn't go to it myself. I was going to another concert I was involved in. But so I suppose it's going to be going towards an astroturf. As I said, we'll talk about the movie night, but we'll go back to the start. When did Abbeyfeale United FC start out? You joined, you said, in 1989, was it?
Yes, I think it was about 88, 89 when I got involved. It was founded in 1984. The first chairman was Jerry Griffin.
Right.
And I would say in 1982, Glanton, our neighbours, started off a soccer team, and quite a number of the Abbeyfeale players would have been playing with Glanton because we didn't have a team at the time. So 2 years later, it was a natural progression that Abbeyfeale would have a team. And so we had good success under Jerry there. We won a number of. We didn't win the league actually under Jerry, but we were a very, very good cup team, and won the Desmond Cup, I think, in '86. And then it was actually Jerry asked me to get involved. I was a teacher in the primary school until I retired in October 23.
Right.
But he asked me to get involved with underage. So the first team we started off with was an under 14 team. And I can remember that the first game we played, we were beaten, I think it was 12-0 by Kilmallock.
All right, so, yeah.
Not a great start.
There's probably people in Kilmallock listening now laughing. But anyway, they're still celebrating in Kilmallock, are they?
I'm glad to report that we've got better since then.
Good.
So that was it. So look, and we've been around a long time. We've had great success down to the years.
Good.
Especially, I'd say, in the period of, we'd say, maybe 2014 to 2020 or so. John Keller took over there as manager in 2014 and won the treble.
Very good.
Of Desmond Cup, League and League Cup in his first season, and a number of other trophies followed after that. So down to the years. At the moment now we're in Division 1. We still have a chance of getting out of it.
Right.
But you'll always have ups and downs throughout your times. So at the moment, we've won a couple of trophies now this season. Tuesday night we won, our under 16 girls won their league.
Well done.
And previously then our under 14 girls actually won the league, and previously our under 16 girls won the Shield in their competition. So it's not all about winning, but it's a reward for those involved, and hopefully we'll have a couple of more trophies before the end of the season.
Brilliant, yeah. And I suppose you mentioned there, and I mentioned it as well, that it's National Volunteer Week. And as I said, if there's any groups out there listening and they want to give their group or organisation a shout out on the radio, just text us in there 087 166 9800. We better give all the volunteers a big shout out in Abbeyfeale United FC.
Yeah, of which we have many great volunteers, and I suppose one man that we'd like to mention would be Mike Lynch, our groundsman. Now we have a man, Dan Broderick, who works on behalf of TOOS with us, and Dan does great work. But Mike then is completely volunteer, and you could see him down there at any hour of the day or even night, cutting the fields and doing other work. So it's fantastic to have somebody like that who just hadn't a soccer background himself, but starting back maybe 15 or 20 years ago, got involved with lining pitches and that, and has been a huge bonus to us. In other words, like if we had to pay Mike for the time he puts in it would cost us a lot of money.
So big shout out there to Mike. And
Lynch, fantastic.
Mike Lynch, is it?
Mike Lynch.
Yeah, Mike Lynch, if you're listening there, well done to you. And if you come across Mike out and about, say thanks to him for all the work he's doing below there. You're located down there near the Mart.
We are. We've had a number of grounds before that. Prior to that, our most recent ground before that would have been very close to that. Would have been Pat Mulcahy has a garage there. We used to have a garage very close to the NCT Centre.
Yes, yeah.
Across from the Mart. So behind that, we were there for about 7 years. We were into that for 7 years. That would have been our longest stay rent-wise. Prior to that, we were in various places. We played in the Tech Field for a couple of seasons. There was a place out in Kilconnelly where we played for a little bit, and then there was a place out in Knockbrack up called the Mountain, which is by its name we tell you it was very cold on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So we were delighted. Then I think in the mid 90s we managed to purchase the ground where we are now from Jim Lyons. With the help of sadly Jim's departed himself, and also the main man in the club who negotiated the deal with him was Dee Hartnett, club legend really.
Yes,
he was good friends with Jim, and he made the introductions, and then everything fell into place after that, and we're there now since about the mid-90s. Very good.
Yeah. So you have a secure facility since then, really, like that.
We have. So we had a first scheme in place of about 20 workers, and they built the dressing rooms and helped to do the work on the pitch, and so we got the pitch up and running in about the mid-90s, and we got a grant in from Sports Capital in 2001 for the pitch, and we upgraded at that stage, and we also got a grant in the following year of about 100,000 for floodlights. So we were the first club in the Desmond League to have floodlights.
Brilliant.
And so that was 2002, and then other developments have followed, but the big one will be what we hope to have in place by October, or I'd say November at the latest, would be the artificial pitch. Yeah,
artificial pitch, yeah. I suppose, Frank, I've been involved in organisations myself, and you were involved since '89. You said there's a lot of people that wouldn't realise what goes on behind the scenes. You mentioned a grant there of 100,000 for floodlights, but there's a lot of paperwork to filling up that. It's brilliant to get the grant, but it doesn't just land in the bank account like.
That's right. And we'll say for this one now, the grant was just shy of 200,000 for the artificial pitch, which is basically the maximum. The maximum you can get.
And what are you getting that under Sports Capital funding?
Under Sports Capital, yeah. So that was the applied for in 2003, granted in 2004. So I think it was around September 2004 we got the awarding of it, and we'd like to thank our local minister for that, Patrick O'Donovan.
Well done,
Patrick has been very good to us.
That's good.
And so we hope that, we're being told that the announcement for the new Sports Capital will be coming up very shortly.
Very good.
And when that comes up, then we'll be applying for floodlights for the artificial pitch.
Yes.
Until that comes into being, the floodlights, we'll just have to have a temporary fix at the moment. We'll just put up. We have
a few lights, kind of like
small floodlights to keep us going.
Something LED, kind of. It's all LED.
All LED at the moment.
Yeah. I suppose, like as I said, it's a constant. You're constantly trying to develop, and you're constantly trying to enhance the place, and but it's great. Otherwise, the grants are brilliant.
Grants are brilliant now, and all the grants we've applied for then in relation to this project would be SSE Renewables. We applied to them there last year, and we got a grant from them of 68,000 to be paid over 3 years.
Brilliant.
So we've got 23,000 of that already. So that added to the 200,000, and what we've earned from two fundraisers will help to keep down the loan that we're going to have to get for the artificial pitch, but we'll still probably have to get a loan about 180,000.
Right, yeah.
Which is a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot of money.
Payments.
Yeah. I suppose we'll go on to the fundraiser. So who came up with the idea for the movie night? I've seen a few of them done around places.
Yeah. So I suppose the background to that would be we had a fundraiser there 2 years ago.
We might go to a break, actually. I'll stop. So, Frank, we were talking there just before we went to the break about the movie night. You were just telling us how the idea came about. So tell us how we can raise 71,000.
Yeah. So as I said, the background to it would be we had another fundraiser in 2024. For the same thing, for an artificial pitch. At the time, the fundraiser was for a half-size artificial pitch, but once we earned that much money, then we said we'll go for the full size.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a jungle challenge, which was very successful. We made about 50,000 from that, and Joe Eyre was the main organizer of that. It was his idea, and he took the lead role. And then so when it was, we knew we were going to have another fundraiser this year, so we asked Joe to put on his thinking cap again, and he came up with the idea using the same company, fundraising events, who are very good. And the one that he chose was the Movie Awards night.
Yes, I've seen a few of them. I think they had one in Charleville there a couple of years ago, and so you got to go on in. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah, there was one in a number of years ago called the Oscars. Maybe that was by
that was the
company.
one. That was the one. Yeah.
But the fundraising events they called it the Movie Awards night. And so that was it. So that was you start off with the idea, I suppose, and then you have to develop idea with action. So I suppose I was on the fundraising committee now myself this year, but I wouldn't have been one of the main most active in it, because the other members of it, as well as being members of the fundraising committee, they were also producers of the movies. So the others now that were movie producers as well would have been Tim Gleeson, Maurice O'Connor, John Kelleher, Lawrence Hartnett, Paul O'Mahony, Sandra Murphy, and Gillian Hartnett.
Yes, very good.
So all those, Gillian would have been the PRO actually. She wasn't the producer, no, but she would have did a pile of work by putting up what's happening on Facebook.
Yeah, and I have to credit the Facebook page as well. We'll give the page mentioned there. There's brilliant pictures up there. It's Abbeyfeale United FC on Facebook, and we'll come to the sponsors soon, but lovely pictures as well of the night. Go on anyway. Right. Sorry, Frank, I interrupted you again.
That's right, and Maurice O'Connor then as well. I don't know, did you see the programme on the night? But it was a beautifully produced programme. Fundraising events did the printing of it.
Yeah.
But Maurice, the ads were sent into Maurice, and sometimes he might get a very basic ad saying best of wishes from whoever, and then he would turn that into a beautiful looking production, with his own computer skills.
Well done, brilliant.
Yeah, so that was a huge amount of work involved in that. But then I suppose you have to have somebody at the head of any head of any event, and Joe was the man in that. So I'd say we started probably in October, and then it really took off in January of this year, when we had the launch night in Lorenzo's Cryleview Bar in Abbeyfeale. That was a great success, and so I'd say ever since then, I'd say every day Joe would have been on the phone to somebody or texting, and either us in the fundraising committee or the fundraising events people in Dublin, keeping on top of things and checking the money was coming in, and as it neared an end, the money was coming in quite regularly.
So the money came in from sponsors, was it? Yeah.
Yes. So we had one main sponsor, and that was Dan Maloney of Daybreak in Abbeyfeale. So thanks to Dan, I'd just like to mention that Maloney's are celebrating 100 years in business this year. Where they are now is out to Clarny Road, but previous to that they were down in Bridge Street, next door to where I actually live myself.
Oh yes.
And Maloney's garage, at that time my own house now, and a number of other houses in the area were all subsumed into Twohigs. Bill Dial bought it as Dial Supermarket, had his own place there to begin with, and then he developed outwards above and below where he was to the fine place that you have there now.
So fair play to Dan. I didn't know Dan was 100 years in business. So
that's right.
That's some achievement. Definitely. So Dan was the main sponsor, but you've got in other sponsors, and people can check them on Facebook there. Just go onto the Abbeyfeale United FC page. You'll be scrolling for a while because there's a lot of sponsors there. I think there's no sponsor. There's not a business in Abbeyfeale or in the surrounding areas that he didn't get.
Well, yes, when you said there wasn't a business, you're right in that. Or I said there wasn't a person. That anybody who was approached, we didn't hear the word no.
That's brilliant,
which is brilliant.
And it's important as well to not try and go out and support them businesses. Now people go through the businesses and support them, and that's the way it works. It's sponsorship. It's brilliant. Fair play to everyone that you approached.
Yeah, and I think people could see as well. We'll say the last time we had the fundraiser in 2024, 50,000, which was a huge amount of money as well. But I think partly the reason for the extra 20,000 this year would have been that the people in the locality, they could see the finish line. They could see that. We'll say it was held in April. They could see that in 5-6 months' time, they're going to see an artificial pitch there in Abbeyfeale, of which there is none other in the town, and we'd be only the second club in Limerick Desmond League with an full-size artificial pitch.
That's brilliant. That's
Ballingarry being the other. So congratulations to Ballingarry.
Well done to Ballingarry.
Beautiful pitch from last year.
Yeah. We'll have to bring in Ballingarry now as well for a chat. To some going, and it's solely down to volunteers, and we've mentioned already. But so kind of, there's a few trailers up. There was a few trailers up online of the movies. So how did that come about, or how the producers kind of came up with the movie ideas? Was it
the movie ideas? Yeah. So we were sent a list of lots of maybe 30 or 40 or 50 or whatever by fundraising events, and then we sat down in the early nights and chose them. So we had the field, and each movie then was associated with a pub.
Oh,
So,
yes, yeah, I saw that, yeah.
That's right. So with the field, with the Cellar Bar, and then we had Waking Ned, DP Linses,
Yeah,
and we had Killinascully, Rubies,
yeah,
and we had the Hangover, Craig View Bar,
yeah.
and we had the Van, the Ploughman, and we had the Full Monty, Murphy's Bar.
Yes,
So
yeah.
then the producer of each of those, then over a number of months, starting after we had the launch night in January. So starting after that, they would have met for rehearsals, and then on their own, and then there was at least twice the people from Dublin would have come down and given them directions and all that kind of stuff, allocated people to who they think would be suitable for different roles.
Yes.
And of course from the producers as well, then there was a bit of headhunting. People, there was a Best Movie Award, so there were people trying to, the producers, there was a bit of competition put into the producers trying to get that, and so they were looking for a bit of headhunting for the best actors around the place, but basically they're all local. Every single actor, I think there was around 80 actors involved. And
some of them from a drama background. All right, I see one or two people that I recognise from a drama background. Yeah. I think one of them did a play in Natlagashel one time in my own parish. Yeah.
Would the Bull McKay be one of them? Would he?
Could be. Yeah. I don't know his name. I've forgotten his name.
Raymond Enright was the Bull McKay.
Yeah, it is Raymond.
I believe he has a drama background.
Yeah. So that helped as well, I suppose.
It does, yeah. And
brilliant experience for people, and I talk about drama background. Some people that might have no background in drama could end up on stage now as a result of it. Could end up going with a drama group.
They could indeed. And there are a couple in Abbeyfeale there, and one of our judges on the night, Joan O'Connell, is hugely involved in drama. So, and then I just suppose as I'm on about the judges, I'd just like to mention the other three. We had 4 judges on the night. So we had Joan, who gave some great comments with the insight of her drama background. Yeah. And we had Nora.
You had
Patrick O'Donovan,
and you had Jerry Fleming.
That's right, Jerry Fleming of social media fame.
Yeah, he's a gas man.
He was very, very funny. Yeah,
his son is on social media.
That's
and
right.
Just to refresh anyone that doesn't remember, he was they went viral. I can't believe it was 2017. Catch him, Jerry, with the bat inside the house.
That's right.
Just simple like that, and they've gone viral now.
And they've maintained it. And the other judging was Noreen Cotter, who I taught with for many years, but on the primary school. And there's an old saying, just be, if you want to get something done, ask a busy man. But
I've that one here before,
Ever since I met Noreen, I've changed it to at least a busy person, or maybe even a busy woman, because Noreen is just involved in everything. And does everything 100%. So fantastic.
Well done, Noreen.
And she gave some great comments on the night as well. All the judges were very good, and they all enjoyed it themselves.
Yeah. So they didn't have to act out the whole movie, did they? That might sound like a stupid question.
No. I think, was it 15 minutes? 15 minutes for each,
Yeah.
So I suppose like anything else.
You'd be there all night otherwise.
Like when you see a movie there on the screen of about 2 hours, whatever, that could have been hours and hours of reel. Yeah. And so it would have been the same for this one. I presume there would have been some things left out. But 16 minutes, and would have taken a number of rehearsals, of course, and practices to get that right. But
and they were kind of filmed around the Abbeyfeale area. Then I saw one of them. I didn't get a chance to look at them all now, but they're up on Facebook. And one of them was filmed there, kind of outside the Ploughman in Abbeyfeale, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah. So that was there was a great location.
The quality was excellent.
Quality was excellent.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And Mindshare House there, we got permission. So thanks to Jimmy Relland for that. He gave us permission to use Mindshare House for. I think that was the Hangover one. I think was Mindshare House was used for that one. Yeah. Just some going. So basically, they did their work, and then they came to the movie night. Talk us through that then. So the movie night then, I suppose, even before the show was due to start at 8, I was on the door now, and people were. We said that people could arrive at 7, but there was actually people arriving at 6:30.
Was there? Yeah.
Because they knew there'd be a big crowd, so they were getting their seats early.
Yeah.
And then it was structured in as well that the 6 different movie casts would arrive in at different times.
Yes.
So they were all filmed on the way in. And
that
became part of the
There was some work involved in it.
There was. Yeah. And some of them arrived in a spectacular. I think the field came in a tractor.
I did. You have to remind me of that. A Ford 4000, was it?
Was it? I wouldn't be judging on that.
Well, my father, if he's listening, he's going to kill me if I'm after calling that out wrong. I think it was a Ford 4000. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was. I looked at that. You had reminded me of that. Yeah.
And for the
there was a
full
fella.
Monty-
There was a fella in the coffin. Was he? Was it?
That was Waking Ned, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, you have
And
to
for the
remember.
full Monty, then we had the Fire Brigade.
Oh yes,
Kevin
yes,
Murphy is
yeah.
involved in- was involved in
I
the full Monty, and
I
he's
spotted Kevin in the pictures. Yeah,
that's right.
And there's something else there. Now I wrote down. You had who was the MC?
No, ODMC, he was somebody from fundraising events.
Patrick MacDonald, was it?
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
He was a Father Ted fame, that's
yes,
right, yeah.
I was at the back of Superville in Abbeyfeale selling tickets a couple of weeks ago. I suppose it was the week after the event, and a lady came up to us and said that she had a brilliant night there and that he was lovely.
He was?
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
that's feedback for you know.
That's right.
He was an Irish actor and comedian. He starred in the RT Hidden Camera. I'd forgotten that.
Right.
Show Naked Camera and the sketch show Stew. But he's most popular known for, of course, Father Ted. He what was his part in Father Ted? He used to do a TV show when he was having knitted jumpers.
Right.
And Mrs. Dial entered the competition for a poem. I had to watch back this clip last night, and she entered in a poem, and Father Ted also entered in a poem. Father Ted thought it was his poem. It was Mrs. Dial's poem that won, and he came to the house then. That was it. So he was a good MC.
He was very good. And so I will say, to make it look even better, all the actors and producers, they were all dressed up in their finery, you know.
Jesus, there were some. There were. It was amazing. They were looking well. I have to say, looking at the pictures last night. Yeah.
And then they were backstage. All of those were backstage before the show started. So then one by one he introduced them. All the audience were in their place at the stage, and as each of them came on, then dressed up, and the men in their suits and the ladies in their beautiful dresses. There was a huge reaction from the audience, so they took their seats in, and the next movie crew came in, and it was like that.
Yeah.
And then what happened then was you'd show a movie, and then he'd bring up the cast and the producer of that movie for comments from themselves.
Yeah.
And there was good comments from them.
Yeah.
And then he'd ask the judges for their comments.
Yeah.
And so that was repeated for the first three, and then there was a break.
Yeah.
Where a few of us went to a place where people could vote for their favourite movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so you could vote after the first three, and again you could vote after the next three, which was all six. And so there was some very exciting voting in that. And
Jesus, that was so. It really got everyone. Everyone got involved in it. Then, in the audience, that kept the audience entertained as well.
Right.
Jesus, there was some work on it, lads. Jesus, I didn't realise there was so much work on it.
Very well produced now. The crowd really enjoyed it. When it was all over, I was kind of in the Devon Inn, and I'd have to give them credit. It was a fantastic. It's always a fantastic venue.
Of course,
it was so beautifully laid out on the night. The chairs were laid out beautifully, and everything else was decorated beautifully. And so just meeting people in the bar afterwards, that you could see just by looking around you, I'd say there wasn't and it was packed. There wasn't a face that wasn't smiling.
Yes,
I
that's
think
good.
All the people who took part were delighted with what they had done.
Yeah.
But the people who came as well, I think they were smiling, not just because they enjoyed the night, but also because I think that by their attendance and by those who had given sponsorship of ads or in whatever way they had done it, they realised they had contributed to something very worthwhile.
Yes,
so they had a sense of satisfaction as well as enjoyment. Yeah,
I was saying this to you off air. I suppose volunteering, it can be hard, and there's days when you want to walk away from it, or you say, oh, Jesus, I'm tired of this. But I bet you that night you were smiling too, and you were there. You were very proud of to be involved with Abbeyfeale United. And when the AstroTurf pitch is done, and you walk on it, everyone walking it, then they'll be proud of the night as well. And fair play to you, it's brilliant.
That's right. That's a great energy charge to have something like that.
Yeah, it gives you adrenaline like that.
It wasn't just on the night. We'll say, afterwards, you get feedback, and the feedback has been 100% positive.
Yeah. No. Well, as I said, we met that lady. She had nothing but praise for the night, and she went as she was in the audience. So they all got. There was awards given into different. There
was awards. I think we had about 13 different awards.
Very good.
And. In relation to the movies, you'd want for best comedy movie and best comedy scene and that kind of stuff. But in relation to the movies, then the two big ones, I suppose, would have been the highest grossing movie, and then the best movie. So the best movie then as well, and that would have been voted by the audience. And then the other awards then would have been chosen by the judges.
Oh yes, yeah. Did the judges give scores, or they just kind of gave remarks? Kind of, was it?
Well, they just gave remarks.
Yeah, it's not like Dancing with the Stars. No,
there was no 9, 8, 7, anything like that.
And fair play to the judges. Yeah, it was a brilliant experience for everyone. And as I said about the acting, you would have a few upcoming actors out of that.
And young.
Yeah.
I think the young actor award went to Paul O'Mahony.
Oh, yeah.
Who would be maybe in 6th class in primary
well
school.
done, Paul.
Yeah.
No, brilliant.
And,
Now he'll be picking up drama down the road.
I better correct myself there. Evan O'Mahony, excuse me.
Evan O'Mahony, right? Apologies, Evan.
He's son of Paul.
Son of Paul,
Paul was one of our producers and on the fundraising committee.
Yeah. And I suppose he had a few fundraisers then leading up to it as well. He did karaoke night, he did a pub quiz, he did a country and western fancy dress night. They were kind of fundraisers for each production.
Each producer would have come up with their own fundraiser, and some, as you mentioned them there, great variety involved. There was a 5k, 10k run as well. There was soccer camp, and then a club one was a bucket collection on the bank holiday weekend there. It was the Easter weekend, I think, and we made about 4,000 from that. So
brilliant.
All that was
brilliant.
Very helpful.
Yeah, and you do a regular fundraiser there. You do split the bucket, is it?
Yeah, our Split the Bucket is our weekly fundraiser.
Yeah.
And we used to do the lotto up to about the time of COVID. And then when COVID came, we just said we'd try this instead.
Yeah.
And it's been, we don't make a fortune out of it, but
it pays the bills. Pays the bills. Yeah.
And the administration in it wouldn't be as much as there is in the lotto.
Yeah, there's a lot of work in lotto draws. There is, yeah. So the final amount collected was how much?
So just over 71,000.
Yeah.
And so you'd say that's a lot of money collected, but actually the money collected would actually be 101,000 plus. Because
that's the bombshell now I was on about before when I came back there, in case anyone's wondering. Yeah. Oh, that was some going. Yeah.
Yeah, because 30,000 would be approximate 30,000 went to the fundraising events group, who earned it because they
did. Yeah, they did definitely earn it because it's some production, and I definitely, if I come across one again, I must go to, because after what here and after St. Frank, tis some work,
That's
right.
Good,
yeah. So that was some fundraising. So the 71,000 now is going to go towards the AstroTurf pitch.
Completely. We have a separate bank account, ring-fenced totally for that. In that bank account, we also have put in, so that in that bank account now we have the 71,000 that we got from this one, the 50,000 that we got from the fundraiser a couple of years ago, and the 23,000 that has already been given to us from SSE Renewables. All that is there now as our own funding. And then, of course, the way Sports Capital works in with their 200,000, you have to pay out first to the contractor, and then on proof of payment, you get back the money from Sports Capital.
Yeah. It's not a great. Well, it's okay, I suppose. Yeah, you'd have to have the money first.
Yeah. So for that, we'll have to get a bridging loan.
Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And a term loan as well.
Yeah. And timeline for the work, or when do you hope to?
Yeah. So we had 3 excellent tenders for the job, and then we had a number of meetings, and we went to inspect various pitches of the various contractors, and then anyway we chose PST, who are based in Kerry, and I suppose their front of house man would be well known, Kieran Donaghy.
Oh yes, I know the name rang a bell.
That's right.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, Kieran. No, I didn't know that. I know he was doing something like that, but just when you said the PST, it was PST, is it?
PST.
Yeah, the name rang a bell. Yeah.
So we hope that all going well, that we have a few planning conditions to meet yet, and all that being sorted out. We'd be looking at starting maybe for maybe 5 or 6 weeks' time.
Very good.
And then about a 12-14 week time scale to get it finished. So hopefully October, November.
Very good, very good. That's brilliant,
Now that would mean all matches and training would have to take place on our main pitch.
Yes.
Which we're looking to have 2 pitches. And but we'll do some work, we'll do good work now on the main pitch over the summer, so that's ready to take all that extra traffic for the first 3 or 4 months of the season.
And I suppose it's just people keep an eye on the Facebook page, and you'll keep that updated regarding what pitches are to use, and stuff. So it'll be all the main pitch at the moment, and then of course once we get the artificial up running, all training will be on that. Would they be training there every evening?
Oh, there would, and we had I'll say now this season, December, January, maybe the end of November, beginning of February, there was hardly any training in the pitch because it was just too wet. So our managers and players and their underage, the parents, they were travelling here, there and everywhere to various indoor and outdoor artificial pitches to try and find a venue. So they won't have that problem now this coming season or ever again.
Brilliant. Well, we'll congratulate you again on the brilliant fundraising. I suppose before we wrap it up, Frank, the FAI Summer Football Camp, it's that time of the year when you hear the summer camps, you know the summer is coming,
That's right. Kathleen Broderick would be our secretary, who's an absolutely tremendous secretary. She's also secretary of the Ladies League and the Limerick Desmond Schoolboys Girls League. So gives fantastic time to soccer. She'd be the main person involved in that. And then we'd have a number of local coaches as the coaches on the camp. It's a huge success every year. The kids get, as well as getting great training over 5 days from Monday to Friday, they also get, I think they get some gear as well. So brilliant. And the numbers are increasing in it every year.
Yeah, and if people want to book it, they can go online there to your Facebook page. It's up there. The link is there, and it's taking place from the 20th of July to the 24th of July. And it's open to boys and girls 6 to 14 years, and as I said, booking can be done online. Frank, before we finish up, Doreen McHenry passed away at the end of May, and you just want to say a few words.
I do indeed, and that was very sudden.
Mm-hmm.
I mentioned Split the Bucket earlier, and prior to that we had the lotto. So Doreen and the love of her life, Willie Pa, who passed away a number of years ago, they ran the lotto for us for about 10 years. And then once that arrangement came to an end, then Doreen and Willie Pa, they continued to sell the lotto tickets for us. And after we changed to Split the Bucket, Doreen continued to sell the Split the Bucket. So we're out fail every week. She's drop them over to my house. She'd drop over, I think the number was 46 envelopes to me every week, which was a great regular income. And it was always perfectly done by her. Yeah. And she had her own clients there. And I'd say those clients now, once Doreen has unfortunately departed now, those clients were just loyal to Doreen, and once Doreen is gone now, we'll lose some of those. But I would just like to say that she was the esteem in which she was held in Abbeyfeale was evident from the huge turnout at the funeral, and then there was a guard of honour from ourselves and Tesco and a number of other organisations, and so look, she was held in very high esteem. And actually, just to mention one thing, that she unfortunately passed away on a Wednesday.
Yes.
And then so we were having our draw then the following week, and Brian O'Connor, who had been a grandson of Willie Pa, came over to me with envelopes, and I said, how did that happen? So she was planning for a wedding that would have been happening the Saturday after she unfortunately passed away. And so she knew she'd be busy planning for the wedding for the week, and she wrote out the envelopes on the Tuesday night, and Brian brought them over to me. So she was always thinking of the club till the very last minute.
That'll just tell you her dedication. Like, she was thinking of what was coming up. She knew she had the wedding, so she was rounding up the funding for you and the envelopes.
Dedication.
You paid a lovely tribute to her on Facebook page, and I suppose just behalf of Abbeyfeale United FC and ourselves here at the station, we extend our deepest sympathies to Doreen and all the Doreen McHenry, Neo O'Rourke, all the McHenry and O'Rourke family. Frank.
Indeed. Thank you.
Frank, we'll wrap it up. Continued success to you. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, all the volunteers. We'll call down to you someday, and we'll do an old video, and we'll have a chat, and we'll see how things are going below there.
Right, Kieran. So we'd love to have you, and we appreciate the chance to give our version of events today, and we'd love to have you there maybe when we have the artificial pitch up and running.
Definitely, and, Minister Patrick O'Donovan will be there to cut the tape.
Minister Patrick O'Donovan will certainly be there.
Yeah.
And as I said, we'll be hoping to get some more money off him and his department for the floodlighting.
Yeah, you can never have enough money when you're involved in clubs like that.
He's been very supportive, and we're looking forward to that next element of the project.
If anyone wants to get in touch with you, or anyone wants to kind of reach out to you, wants to join, what's the best way to Facebook, I suppose?
To join the club as a player, as a player, I suppose you can go through Facebook and then obviously contact any of the officers. I'm the chairperson. Kathleen is the secretary. Her number would be up on Facebook there. So, or just on the Facebook itself, you can make a direct contact there.
And you have a website as well, and the link for the website is on. And you just Google Abbeyfeale United FC, it'll come up. Frank, thanks very much for coming into us, and continued success to you. And we'll be looking forward to the official opening in November.
Thank you, Kieran, and we'll be delighted to welcome you.
No bother.
We'll have a nice cup of tea for you.
Definitely. We'll look forward to that. We'll go to a break and we'll be back with you after that.